Hello, it's Brian. I am doing a skyblock, specifically star technology, and I have decided to do what I guess we could call a structured approach. No, not like structured programming, more like structures. I want to avoid the lawn base in the sky problem, where you just have all of your workstations and multi-blocks, factories, just spread out on the expanse of ground. So, you know, if I make, well, let's say like for today, for example, I'm going to keep the focus pretty simple. I want to get to the point where I have a bed, and that before I sleep in it, that bed will need a roof. And of course, I'm sure some of you might know, so not sure. Some of you might know, star technology is already kind of a peaceful pack. There's not really any need for a bed or food or any of that stuff, but I sort of like the idea of having some creature comforts and working up an appetite. So let's see. I want to build myself, let me see, a little circle. Hollow. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. I've never used this tool in this fashion before. Look at that. Okay, well, okay. It's a start. And, why? Why do I want to do the structures? Because I enjoy building stuff. It's just a me thing. Let's just fill in some of these. It's just a me thing. I like building stuff. I like pretty. I enjoy the digital Lego aspect of Minecraft. So I'll make up all kinds of excuses to do it more. And first, first I'm starting with kind of a safety ring. Kind of a safety ring, because one of the challenges I've faced with before is chopping down this starter tree and then watching the one sapling that tree dropped fall into the void. And that was frustrating. So I try to avoid it now. All right, let's see. So I'm going to want, do I want a flat floor? Can you do inclines? I'm curious. Yes. Okay, so let's say I start here with, look at that. Okay, and right. And then from here, I'll do a flat floor. Let's see. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Oops. I do want a filled floor. That, 15. Okay, that'll do me. That'll do me. Restart. Okay. Hang on a second. My cat needs attention. Okay, I'm back. And so I'll get to fancier construction later. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'll get to fancier construction later with, carved out spaces and whatnot. But I just wanted to start with giving myself a bit of a canvas. Boy. Giving myself a bit of a canvas for that starter home. And then I promise. All right, getting carried away. Then I promise I'll get to the actual mod pack. So let's look at those quests again. Don't be surprised if I fast forward through a fair amount of this. Partly because the very beginning stuff I've read before. Although you might want the story. Red screens flash and alarms are going off. Everyone in the room is evacuating. The experiment is a failure. There's little time before this building will explode, but you notice something. Gate is opening. You stare in awe and think, yes, my theories were right, and I figured out what was the problem. You don't notice the others calling out to you to run, but yeah, it was too late. A failure is still a failure, and the gate engulfs everything in the room. You wake up stranded on a floating island in an alternate dimension. The only things you have is a tree and some dirt around it. But you are not discouraged. As the world's greatest scientist, oh no, we're all doomed, you can use these materials to develop technology at faster rate than anyone. You can try once again interdimensional travel. For that, you will have to make from almost nothing everything to develop up to draconic and even star technology. You will succeed. You will return home. I don't know if I'm the greatest scientist. You guys are all. Anyways. So that's the story. Mechanics. Okay. And what have I already achieved over here? Nothing I get a reward for, I hope, because I don't even see it. Do you see it? I don't see it. I'll come back to it later. Yeah, processing lines. Okay, cool. Let's look at the early game. Because obviously that's where I'm at. Questbook takes you through the entire mod pack step by step. Here are a few things you should know. Oh, all right, fine. Mechanics, a small chapter explaining some GregTech mechanics. Star Technology is a GregTech mod pack. Lots of complicated processes and recipes. Processing lines. These chapters explain complicated processing lines. Lines of progression. This chapter shows you all multi-blocks and tiered items such as coils. Resource production. This chapter shows you how to get most of the raw materials you will need, and quality of life. This chapter unveils some helpful mods and features that exist to make the pack more enjoyable. Okay, well, you can get a cat. Sort of. Okay, well, back up. Back up. Ah. Okay, I have no idea. So let's see. I mentioned it's meant for peaceful. There's no critters, which is why I'm not panicking about the fact that it's nighttime. Tree chopping. The start of any Skyblock pack. Okay, you get coins. And what do we do with those coins? We save them, and then we spend them. Like, let's see up here. Teleportation gets you teleportation enchantments. Nifty. Pack 16 gets you all sorts of GregTech tools. A full kit of them. Nifty. A lot of things that are not available to me right now. Excuse me. But starting gear, that's a target. I can go for that. 4 coins to get your basic Minecraft plus starter tool kit. Starter tool kit. Yes. What do I need over here? I need 4 stone pebbles. Okay. And I got my pebbles. And where do I go from here? I mentioned the bed, so I need that. So I need a crook. I need string. All right, all right. Let's make us a crafting table. Ay. First off, turn that off. And yeah, we'll take that crafting table and put it over here. What's that? I'm actually gonna need you to be right about there. And I already know I'm going to be wanting a furnace because I'm going to be wanting light. And I will put said furnace right here for the moment. And let's get some more wood. That is a very pretty night sky. I'm using the Solas shader, S-O-L-A-S. Oh, that's something I forgot. Tools. Where was I? Oh, and of course I'm getting rained on. First night out. It has the whole, it says Ultimine, clearly. Oh, gotta be careful there. This has Ultimine, and so for chopping and mining in quick order. And it has the whole work to fertilize thing. Crouch repeatedly is like putting bone meal on your crop. People sometimes, I swear. And by the way, my rule about shelter is during the session. You know, I'm not forcing myself to build the thing and then put, and then try that sentence again. I'm not forcing myself to build the structure that houses the workstation before I can build my workstation and then build a little structure around it. But because of that emphasis on building, my star technology flow is going to look a lot different from the expert star technology flow. It's going to be a small house, a very small. It's going to be like barely a shed. I've got enough there to... Okay, let's put some light up. There will also have to be some safety considerations. I mean, we're over a nigh infinite void. Should at least put up some safety railing. Okay, ta-da. Shift K to automatically compress all those pebbles into the correct stone type. I'm going to need a whole lot of charcoal. But first, let's build up our tiny house. Two, three, four. I mean, it is a tiny shed. I don't want to get carried away with making it a tall shed. Not strictly necessary. And I'm thinking, I'm assuming that my builds will get fancier as I progress through the mod pack itself, and as I get better at building, because that's the two main things that I'm here to get better at. The various technology packs and building cool stuff as defined by me. Okay, this is actually kind of turning out to be a little inconvenient when I've got too many trees. So let's make a pickaxe. That's not a pickaxe. That's a pickaxe. Can I make granite stairs here? Yes, I can. Okay, good. Kind of nice to have a spot that's not getting rained on. Okay, now to make this work to get myself a bed, I'm going to need one of these. I'm going to need a crook. Keep that out so I can see where I'm at. And then we infect our tree with our handy silkworm. I'm going to hold on to one of these silkworms in case this doesn't work out. The main persistent lesson that I've learned from the little bit of skyblocks that I've done is whatever you harvest, always make sure to hold on to a spare. Wait for our silkworm to finish weaving its way through the trees, because I did kind of get carried away there. This is good, but I need some more. Can I do slabs? Yes, I can. I could do something with slabs. Okay, so back to my build. I'm going with a floor. And it's going to go to there. And then I'm going to do the same here. No, cancel. That would have been too low. It's still, well, we'll see. And I've got enough diorite then. Well, we'll just leave it for now. Who cares? No, because I want to have a andesite slab floor extend over to here. Did you not go this far? There we go. And I will light it. Nope. Oh. Okay, that's good to know. That I can line up any of those blocks. And I can do I can line a whole floor with torches if I'm so inclined. Okay, I think this tree is pretty well thoroughly done. Well, that crook went fast. And now I should have enough string and silkworm to last me quite a while. And I can cook that silkworm for a delicious snack. Okay, now we don't need to be quite so rigorous. think at this point I'm about to get my bed made and probably those starter tools. So I don't need to be quite so vigorous with my planting, but still a couple. 4 strings make a wool, and now I have a lot of wool. And now I have my almost thoroughly unnecessary bed, which I'll put right there. So let's see. So now I have my bed. It has a roof, a rather simplistic one, but it has a roof. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up wanting at least one more furnace. And then we put our wood plank up here. And I don't yet have sand. I will in another session. But I do have a rapidly shrinking inventory. That should make enough. Okay, so I'm just going to fake it on a window with this nice fencing here. We'll extend out this floor a little bit. So I'm pretty sure your average Skyblock dude would have gotten a lot further, but it's a different plan. It is specifically a different plan. Let's throw out a few more torches. Hang on. I don't think I'm done putting up a safety fence yet. And just so you know, very few, if any, of these structures are intended as permanent. I'll probably build out in each and every direction as I go along here. But for now, safety first. Give or take. Yeah, all right. Well, safety second, maybe. Maybe even third. Now I'm eating my delicious cooked silkworm. And how's my charcoal supply? My charcoal supply could be better, so let's let's make a few more. We're getting close to the end of my day, the end of my session here, because I have achieved the basic goal, minus the safety part. Let's get back to the safety part before I get all cocky. Look, judge me all you want. I am clumsy. So, I think about things like plummeting to my death. It's not something I want to do. Will it work? I mean, I can make it work. And of course, my testing method is to try plummeting to my death. That's right, I'm a professional. Okay, so now we've got fence on all sides here. We've got fences under keeping us from plummeting, except for right here. Yeah, okay. Two. There's gaps right there, isn't there? To ease this mind, I'm going to make one more set of fences. Oh, did you notice that too? Hang on a second. Back here, talking about safety. And I've got like a triple Lindy diving board over here. All right, let's maybe make more than a couple of fences. That's not going to be enough. I don't know why I'm being so precious with it. Wood is one of the easiest resources to get a hold of here, so yeah. Oh, that's why, because I'm running out of storage. I'm not running out of wood. Okay, well, we are getting closer and closer. So I already know that I want this side to have a door, and I want the other side to have some simple arches. It might be just a shed, but it's the shed I'm going to be sleeping in for a few days. It's okay if I want to make it pretty. Let me see what if well, I can add more. Here. Hang on a second. Okay, that's something. You can work with that. And let's get a little overhang here. I don't know. Maybe. Well, doesn't need to be forever. It might be forever if I keep pattern like this on it. Okay. Okay. Yes, I will. I can accept this. I can accept this for now. Almost. There's still some visual components missing. Except if I do that, I'm not going to have any room there. There we go. And that is still going to leave me with no room. Okay, I think that's doable. I need to be able to move around my interesting structures. Boop. Okay. Now let's see if this even looks okay. Let's be honest, it's a little iffy. What if I extend out? Oh, hang on. Actually, what if I just leave it right there? Hmm? I mean, it's not exactly a complete structure. Does that work? Kinda. Then I can make it go down here. I'm not sure, my friends. I am not sure. But I did a couple practice runs of this initial stage where all I used was oak, and it was fine. But it wasn't okay. Yeah, we can work with that. Okay. All I really have for decoration and decorative elements right now are torches, but I will make sure to use them. Torches everywhere, torches for everyone. Oh, hello, tree. You startled me. Right. So, I have a bed, I have a shed, I have safety railing. Now, let's see if I've accomplished enough. No, not quite yet. Breaking leaves with a quick, we'll drop silkworms. That's what we saw. Okay. Oh, I do have enough. There we go. Because we cooking now. I got furnaces. Now, there's a whole lot of stuff that I haven't gotten to. And that is okay. We'll go back. We'll go into the little quest store, the shop. We'll get our starting gate before we get our start. Okay. I'm somewhere where my inventory is nearly full. It goes flying out. I don't want to be like, oh, there goes my diamond axe. And I did see that one of the things I get is a chest, which I could have maybe clicked first. Back. Okay. How do I access the backpack? controls, binds, backpack. Oh, I have it set to 0 key because something else was for B. And it's not working for me, so let's try that again. Do I have it in the right slot? Use to open the satchel. What if... Well, okay, so apparently I don't really have a backpack. We'll come back to that later. But okay. I have not given myself much room to work with, have I? Well, what if I put my chest right here? I can open it. And at this stage, that is the most important part. All sorts of niftiness here. I should probably cook up more silkworm. I'll just throw the other chests in the chest for now. We're just clearing up space. Some of this stuff I'll be grabbing back in the very next session. Right, these things. Well, it's only 2 in the afternoon in my little Skyblock world. Maybe I can do a couple of little tiny adjustments. Let's try it out here. I still need room to move. Oh, please hold, the other cat needs my attention. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, where was I? Yes, Barry, I hear you. The cat still needs a little attention. Well, actually, once he's decided he needs your attention, he's extremely persistent. Maybe someday I'll introduce you all to him. Okay, now we take advantage of the carrot. Can I do it? I don't think I can do it quite like that. There we go. Its problem is crouching. Because I put it up a little high, I have to be at the same level to crouch. There we go. So you crouch at the same level. You pick up the thing. And then you put it down. I think I'm going to work my way towards an actual storage room. What you doing over here? Hey, excuse me, pardon me. Okay. Cramped. It's tiny. It's kind of unnecessary. But it does protect me from the rain. And I think I am just about ready for the next steps, which will be what exactly? When we come back on, I'll be working on the sieve and mesh to get ore and seeds and nifty things like that, bone meal and water. Yeah. At this rate, it's going to take me a while to finish this mud pack. That's okay, though. Good start. Good night.